y'all. Hi guys. We are making. Hi guys. Five, four,
Four, three,
three, two.
two, one. Hi guys.
Hi guys. I'm just kidding. It's because we always somehow miss. We're in between when we go live. We're like, hey guys, and then when we watch the video later,
It's cut off.
it's cut off. Like the hi guys is cut off. All of it's cut off. So we're making meatloaf today. You guys, I'm kind of trying a new recipe. Like I put onion powder, garlic powder, but I saw a new recipe that had sautéed onions, and I'm gonna do that this time with you guys, and I'll let you know how it is. But that's what I'm doing. Normally, it's just the powders, and I'm not doing powders. I'm doing this. I'm gonna show you guys down here. This is 1 pound of meat. It's just me and Joe. Maybe a pound and a half, y'all. It's just Joe and I. So I'm gonna put in this mini pan in my mini cast iron. Isn't that funny, guys? Okay, I'm gonna put these onions because I want to saute them and put them in my meat. Normally, I put the onions right in here, but today we are not. I'm putting garlic with my onions, sauteing them on the stove, and I'm gonna put a little bit of butter instead of oil because butter is my friend. When you're in the South, butter's your friend, okay, guys? It's an excuse to just enjoy.
Shalima,
Oh, she's listening.
I am here, she said.
Hi, Shelmay. Thank you for being here, babe. Man, you're always one of my first ones here. I was looking at a couple of your videos before the other day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Sauteing some onions.
Sauteing onions that are going to go into my carne. I'm going to put that on low. In here, oops. In here, I've got. Okay, guys, listen to how funny this is. Okay, I'm first going to put some crushed crackers. Crushed crackers. I have a total of about 7 crackers that we smashed.
Yeah, at least. Yeah. Oh yeah, in that little cup there,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah, maybe.
And then
6 or 7.
I put an egg per pound, so I'm putting 1 egg. So if you do 2 pounds, do 2 eggs. Grab your egg. You're gonna want to puncture that and make sure it's all mixed in. Okay, guys. I put a little bit of milk and bread, like sliced bread. So what I do is I put my bread in a cup and then I put the milk in it so it's absorbed like that. And I'm pouring it all in there. And I'm going to put salt and pepper in a second, so I know you guys are. And this thing is the maker or the breaker of the meatloaf. If you don't have Worcestershire, wait till tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. You can make it whatever. You know how funny? And this is breadcrumbs. I put about 1 tablespoon, well, about 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I know, it seems like a lot of bread, 1 slice of bread. Again, that's per pound. I put 1 pound of meat, 1 slice of bread. If you're going to put 2 pounds, put 2 slices of bread. And then I put, you know how funny it is, you guys? I needed to buy tomato soup. And then I remembered that I made homemade tomato soup. And I was like, oh my God, heck no. I'm going to use my homemade tomato soup. Yes, if you need tomato soup, you can, I put tomato soup in it. So you can either buy it, or if you have one that you made, you can use what you made. It's basically, some people put ketchup in this part, or it just basically is very flavored, very tomato flavor. I mean, I put garlic in it and onion in it. So it's tomato soup is basically a flavored tomato sauce. I mean, garlic, shallots. So that's why I put tomato soup. My mom has always made it with tomato soup. She doesn't make it with ketchup. I've seen a lot of people make it with ketchup. Baby, can you? Oh, never mind. Oh, you're ready to put those in?
Just stir them up here.
Salt. And I would be on the safer side and under put salt than over, because once it's in it, you can either add it to your plate of food versus if it's too salty, it's going to be hard to enjoy your meatloaf with a very salty. Do we have any peppers? Oh, wait, here, hold on.
Yeah, there's pepper in here.
Yeah, it's just that it's coming out so slow.
Yeah, you gotta put it in pour mode.
Salt and pepper, I would say at least 2 teaspoons of it, but I would do it by sight. I'm not a big pepper fan, but I know Joe is, so I'm putting a good enough amount. Believe it or not, you guys, I smell it to know what it needs next. I've always done it. You just smell it, and it's got to smell like a little bit of the saltines. It's got to smell a little bit like the. Baby, can you open this?
Yes, ma'am.
And then I put Worcestershire in it. And those onions are ready.
Are they?
Yep. Even if they're not completely done because they're going to be baked.
Okay.
Oops. I would say 3 good splashes of your Worcestershire.
Okay. You want some onion in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Garlic and onion he's putting in there. And I'm just gonna, and you can put raw. I've always done it with raw. I usually do it with raw. I just saw a recipe where somebody put sauteed onions, and I don't normally put green peppers, so that's why I didn't do it. I'm not gonna change my whole recipe. I just don't put green peppers, but some people put sauteed green peppers and sauteed onions. I put onions normally, so that's why I just changed it, and instead of putting raw, I sauteed them. We have done these in a muffin tin before. We have done them. Oh, you want to get the nachos that are in the Cool Whip container so that you can be warming them up? Incorporate with your hands. It's best to do it where you're squishing and making sure that all the little chunks of meat are getting all of what you added to it. Because if you kind of just like flop it around, sometimes the meat is just kind of in a ball like that, and it's not gonna. Somebody bites into it, it's not gonna have the flavor of the Worcestershire, the tomato soup, the salt, the pepper, the garlic, the onion. So just make sure when you're using your hands with it, you guys, kind of like dissolve it. Oh, yeah, and you can add milk. Just get them. I didn't even do them.
Heat them up, then I'll get some milk in there.
I kind of go like this with my fingertips. I get my fingertips and I swirl it around like this. And I kind of move it around, and I kind of look at what the texture that it's getting, if it's holding together versus it being just, see, like right now this, it should be kind of wet-ish. Hey, Marissa, it should be kind of wet-ish, y'all. I can smell it and go, oh, it needs a little bit more. The main thing I usually can tell for is the Worcestershire salt. So when instead of adding salt, you guys, sometimes the main thing I'll add if I need a little bit more smell is I'll add the saltines. That's me. You guys can add more salt. I would rather it be a flavor that's going to be, I don't know, I guess salt is just a salt, and saltines for me do that salt that it's needing. So I'm going to do it in this pan, hold on, that pan. And you can use any pan. You can do a cookie sheet and then just kind of, let me show you. You can do just, like, see, I can do it like that because it's just us two and it's so cute. Okay. Or I can just like squish it down and make it into, I mean, you can make it like that and then everybody can cut a piece. Or you can put it in a muffin tin. I had the kids when I was, I have kids. So when I would make it with the kids, I'd put them in muffin tins. One, it gets done quicker. And number two, the kids like having like 2 little loaves on their plate. That's it, guys. That, like egg, minced onion, or diced onion, or any way you want to do it. Oh, that's hot, isn't it, from that pan? It's gonna melt. I put 1 pound of hamburger meat, 1 egg per pound. If you want to use 2 eggs for just that amount, I have just done 1 egg per pound. Tomato soup. What I put on top of it, you guys, I normally put tomato soup. 1,000,001 people put ketchup on the top of it. Tomato sauce is basically a blank canvas. Tomato soup is basically a doctored up, flavored full tomato soup. Ketchup is a sweet tomato sauce. So the way you want to go with this, Joe likes ketchup on it. He for some reason he likes that crusted stickiness that comes on the top of it when we do it. We kind of compromise because I'm used to tomato soup being over the top of it. But in order for us to compromise, we decided we do ketchup, or I put bacon over the top of it, guys. My daughter and my husband like that. Believe it or not, like sliced up slices, like not slices, Yeah.
You're wrapping it in a
Like you're wrapping it. That's what I was trying to say. Wrapping bacon around it, like laying it over the top, the bacon, like that. We didn't do that. I'm not a big fan of that. My daughter and my husband like that kind of flavor. I'm not a fan of that. It's just as very, very bacony and porky. It's very porky. That sounds awful, right? It's very porky.
You're on Zoom too, so.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi, Thea. So I made meatloaf. It's got 1 pound of
Down too.
1 pound of hamburger meat. Hey, Mom, I got 1 pound of hamburger meat, 1 egg, breadcrumbs. I put 1 slice of bread, and I put, it's about a quarter cup of milk in. I put my bread slices, I put them into little pieces, and then I soak the milk. I put about a quarter cup of milk into my breadcrumbs, or my bread pieces. The bread pieces are soaked in the milk, and then I put Ritz crackers, saltine crackers, any crackers you have. And then I put Worcestershire in it, and I normally put diced onion. This time we tried something new, and I mean, how bad can it be? I sauteed my onions with garlic. So instead of putting the onion and the garlic in here, which you can do that, put onion powder, garlic powder, and skip the pieces of onion. So you have kids that don't want it. Let's see, what else? That was it. And then you
tomato soup.
Oh, tomato soup. That's the key thing. I love the way the tomato soup is in it. Tomato soup, I don't put ketchup in it. That's just me. I've seen people put a whole cup of ketchup, half a cup of ketchup. I don't put ketchup. I happened to make tomato soup yesterday, so I grabbed the tomato soup.
Conservo.
Hey, Reese's. So I got my tomato soup that I made homemade, and I put it in here. You can buy a can of tomato soup, Campbell's tomato soup. I wouldn't go cheap with the tomato soup. That's just me though. I would buy the Campbell's because I think it really does. When you open it, it smells fresh and it smells really, really great. What did you want to put on the top of it though? Did you want to put ketchup, or do you want to do barbecue sauce or brown sugar? Just ketchup?
I can make a little quick barbecue sauce, like a simple one.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. He's going to make something to put on the top of it, you guys. I am what's that called? When you're passing the torch over to him, so if he wants to do something to my beautiful meatloaf, I can start putting it in the oven, and then we can add it to it once it's...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stick this in the oven, y'all. Here we go.
Absolutely.
And I have it on 375. It's going to go for at least 30 minutes. I mean, you'll see when you stick a knife in it. Hey, you guys, I'm not promising on this, but I knew a person, which it wasn't bad, but they used, if this sounds difficult, this is what they did. They would put hamburger meat in a can of salsa. Do what you want with it. And that was their meatloaf. There was a lot of people that liked it, she said. I never called her on it or said, what? I tasted it. It just tasted like chunks of tomato and chunks of onion. It wasn't bad. It held together okay. I mean, try it if you guys want to try it. Try mine if you want to try it. But there's some really easy, there's some easy recipes to making meatloaf, you guys. Joe's going to start making a sauce, like a barbecue sauce to put on top.
Just a simple one. Because instead of just putting ketchup on it, you can put a little bit of barbecue sauce on it.
Okay. Here Joe goes.
Here we go. Come on. Yeah, right there.
Right there?
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
I need a water. Sorry.
We use a little bit of the spicy ketchup from Whataburger. And, that's basically the whole base of it. So, and this is just, I'm going to put, because we don't need much, probably half a cup of ketchup. Put a shot of mustard in there. Regular yellow mustard.
Hi, JC.
Probably a tablespoon. Little apple cider vinegar.
Hey, Brando, you literally took me on
A couple capfuls. We'll taste it. See if we need some more.
Brandy,
Need a little acidity in there.
I miss you so much,
Capfuls.
Brando. Have fun in Vegas tomorrow.
Make it a smoky one. Just and this you got. Oh, this has got a little top on it, so you can very little. You can overpower with liquid smoke. So a couple drops.
Brandy, do you want to learn how to make anything else, baby?
Then I'm gonna put a little agave in there
Marissa,
instead of like a honey. This is kind of a little honey alternative. Make a smoky honey barbecue sauce, and then
you guys, if you guys have any, sorry, if you guys,
that's all right. Drip and drip and drip. Yeah, funny. So funny. We're gonna put a little more apple cider in here as my wife goes nuts.
I can't breathe.
Probably more like a tablespoon of
I just felt you tripping behind me.
Oh, like Daffy Duck.
He's
Tripping.
he's like, what was so important that
Yeah. What the hell are you doing? I would put
I'm sorry, you guys.
probably
I'm sorry.
half a cup of brown sugar. Half a cup of brown sugar.
Tamales ready. I'm gonna make them with you, baby.
All right.
We're gonna do a baking show. Oh my Lord, Marissa,
Mix
shut
it
up.
Then we're gonna put some spices in here.
Marissa wants us to do baking after the cooking.
Main ingredients. We'll put that on low, medium low.
Brady, you don't think I can make tamales? Who are you?
All right, here we go. A
I
little
can make tamales.
salt, little pepper.
I literally almost
Little
took your
pepper,
Uncle Joe down.
salt.
Randy and Chase and Marissa.
Let's see, what else? A little garlic,
Let's.
whatever you want at this point. Just season it up. A little garlic,
What is the important key item that
a
you
little
need for
onion
barbecue
powder,
sauce?
minced onion. Yep, a little onion powder. Not too crazy. Not too crazy. You just mix it up. That's about the color. It'll darken up and get thicker. That's what you want. And you want to melt that sugar in there and incorporate everything. But we're gonna mix it up and take a little taste. See what we got. But that's a basic barbecue sauce. It's as simple as that. You can make barbecue sauce that quick. And it's just the flavors you like. But your base would be ketchup for ketchup based, and then put a little vinegar. And then just a tad of mustard, a little honey or agave. Season it up with salt and pepper. If you want like it smoky, a couple drops of smoke, and brown sugar. And you got a barbecue sauce. And no matter what it tastes like, by the ingredients that you got and how much you put in of each, it'll still it's pretty good no matter what you do with just those basic ingredients. Your barbecue sauce will taste pretty damn good. So I'm going to take a taste. That's barbecue sauce. Now we're just going to...
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna do
We're
them.
just going to cook it up.
Marissa in California, do you know how to make tamales?
We'll put a little bit more. Just taste and see what else you need. We're going to go a little tangier with a little more vinegar.
I like
No,
a
I'm afraid
vinegared
to do-
barbecue sauce though.
All right, do you? Well, I'll make it more vinegary.
No, bro. We good. You guys can thank Grandma for not showing me how to make tamales. I'm gonna learn.
That's good.
I've done it before. We made them with Drew.
I'll just cook
Drew
it. Don't get it
actually
too
knows how to
high.
make 'em.
You don't want it too high because the burner too high
Sure.
because it's got ketchup in there and it'll splatter. So just keep it about medium low, and just until it just starts to bubble a little bit, and then just stir it occasionally so it doesn't get crusty on the bottom.
Crusty.
Burnt. Well, crusty on the sides and burnt on the bottom. Just kind of keep it moving every once in a while so it doesn't burn. We'll just call it burn. And that's it. Put all my stuff away because that's all it takes to make barbecue sauce. That's a simple one. You
I
can
mean,
go,
imagine if you guys forgot to grab it from the store, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh shoot, we need
Yeah.
barbecue sauce for the ribs or for the chicken."
that barbecue sauce right there goes great with ribs. Goes great with just about anything that you want to put barbecue sauce on because it's, like I say, it's pretty simple. You can put Worcestershire in there. You can start getting complicated. Start putting, chili flake or ground. You can put cayenne. You can put pepper flakes. You can put frickin' cinnamon if you want to.
Really?
But, oh yeah, a little bit.
I wonder what that would taste like.
I've had it before as cinnamony, but I wouldn't put it in there. But you can. You put fajita seasoning, and then just like I said, it's bubbling up right now, so we'll turn it down. We don't want it too hot. That's all you do. That is it. And the flavors will meld together and taste even better once it's all cooked up. And I want it a little more smoky, just a little more smoky. So what did I do with the smoke? I put the smoke away somehow. I guess I'm not having more smoky because I just lost my smoke.
Did you probably put it in here? Up here, Daddy?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know where I put it. Hey, chill. Oh, I got it.
I guess we're not having it.
One, couple extra drops.
Bailey, and
You don't ever want to go too far too fast with liquid smoke.
Yeah. Hey, out of the kitchen.
It'll get bitter real quick. But you'll be able to tell. That's it.
Is that it?
That's it. Gave it a little bit darker flavor rather than ketchupy. It's nice and sweet, but it's got the vinegary flavor with a little bit of smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. A little agave.
Homemade barbecue sauce, you guys. You just learned how to make it.
In like 3 minutes. Now you just wait till it's all heated up and gets a little thicker. It'll darken up, get a little bit darker brown.
Okay, Brandy, Thea, we're gonna make tamales. Give us 1 month. Give us 2 weeks.
That's good, man.
I've made them with Drew, but my chef's son is not here. But we're gonna do the tamales. What?
How loud are you?
Because I'm over here talking.
Oh, okay. I'm back there talking. So they need to hear me. They need to hear Joe's voice.
We don't need to hear them. Okay, guys, we're gonna do the tamales. You guys, we're gonna do them. Okay, how hard can it be to do tamales? I'm Mexican. It's in my blood. Okay, guys, so we're gonna do the tamales.
Leftover potatoes.
We're gonna do.
What? We're doing tamales?
Yes.
That's
oh my
scary.
God, how hard can it be?
That's scary to me.
Mom, look at you. Have us all scared. I should know how to do this.
Oh.
Okay.
I am scared.
We're gonna make pork tamales. Thea, you need when you're going to make when Jim's outside barbecuing, whip up your own barbecue sauce. If you like it sweeter, you have the option, or a little more spice. Put
Ketchup.
red pepper flakes.
Yeah.
You have the option to make it any way you want. Versus going to a store and going, well, I like Sweet Baby Ray's, or I like Heinz, or I like whatever. You can make yours. Imagine the people coming over and they go, oh my God, this barbecue sauce is
You can
great.
make barbecue sauce out of ketchup, usually apple cider vinegar, and brown sugar. You can just do those three, and just depends on how much you put in of each. It'll be a little bit different depending on how much you use of each one, and you can have a barbecue sauce just with those 3 ingredients.
I mean,
You
we're
don't
in
have
Texas.
to make it fancy.
Trust me, we can do this.
I
I
mean,
mean,
that's
you are
crazy.
going to be over there making barbecue sauce like as if you've known how to do it your whole life. And actually, it's. Can you make a sugar? Yeah, sugar free. They have ketchup that's sugar free.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy when I did my keto. There's sugar free ketchup. What else do you put in it?
Well, you can put sativa or whatever you want in it. I mean,
Yeah,
they have the
what is
brown
other
sugar
stuff?
that's not.
Yeah,
Sugar.
yeah. There's brown sugar that's artificial brown sugar, like a sativa. What is she?
I have no idea. What are you doing? Get up. What are you doing? Go ahead. Go.
Nova.
Oh.
What?
Hey, get out of there.
One of them? One of them? Oh no! Here. That's why she's getting rid of it. She's like, ain't nothing to see here. Oh my lord. So, I wanted to tell you guys 2 things. One, if you don't have, I already told you guys, the onion powder is just, I normally put onion powder and chopped onions because I mean, you can't ever have enough. I like them, so put them. Um, Fresh onion and fresh garlic is all options. Powders work. Salt, pepper, put it in. The main thing you have to remember when you're making the meatloaf is don't get the leanest meat. It sounds great. The leanest meat sounds perfect, but you need the fat with it. So I normally always get 80/20. Once in a while, I try not to go less than that, but I don't care if it is less than that. I'll go 73, 27 to the most of the flavor is coming, believe it or not, from the fat of it. So if you get an 85/15, your meat is more than likely gonna just like get hard, like a solidness, where it's not gonna be as juicy. Um, so when you're getting meat for get it the same kind you'd use for chili. This is the same kind you'd use for chili, 80/20. You don't want something that's really lean because it's the sirloin, ground sirloin is not gonna make good meatloaf. It's great to have, like, if you're gonna have a meat steak or a whatever, but it's not good for your meatloaf or your chili. I'm gonna make calabaza tomorrow, and I need to have. Would you guys rather have? I don't know if anybody knows this. Calabacita is squash, but calabacitas look like this. Or I can do like a chicken salad if you guys would rather learn how to make chicken salad, like mayonnaise chicken salad, like chicken salad you put on a croissant. This is calabacita. See, they're a little bit smaller than the squash. The squashes are like that long and the dark green. This is calabaza. Calabacita with chicken. It's like pollo, like pollo means chicken, and then calabacita squash, or chicken salad, like thigh meat. I like it with thigh meat. It has a lot of flavor, like that you put on a croissant or like you have at a baby shower or shower like that. What else? I was gonna make pozole, like chicken pozole, with you guys, like pozole verde, not pozole the pork one. I was gonna make it with the chicken, and it's green. It's got more. It's really. It doesn't. I don't want to say it's hard. It's just like my son has a recipe that's so good. Some people put like maseca. It's like masa, the masa stuff that you use for like corn tortillas. My son has where he gets a corn tortilla. He like toasts it on the stove, so it's like browned, like toasted, like browned. Like it almost has to have like a blackish look to it, like toasted. And then he emulsifies it in the Ninja with your tomatillos and your cilantro and your mixture that you put in there. He puts the toasted, and it just tastes so good. The pozole tastes like a toasted chicken pozole. Joe's not a big fan of the pozole, so when I make it, I'm literally going to be the only one eating it. That's why I kind of hesitated to make the chicken pozole. He thought he didn't like squash, calabazas, but then I told him, like, let me make the calabazas, and you'll trust me, you'll like it. He ate the calabazas, and he does love the calabacitas. Let's see. What would you guys prefer, one or the other? Would you guys rather do a dessert tomorrow? I did the peach cobbler on live. How about oh my God, the cheesecake. I made it for you guys, but I wanted to try out because I couldn't find shortbread, the shortbread crust. So I was looking online how to make a shortbread crust, and then I didn't make it big enough, which I'm glad I didn't do it on air because I tried things before we come on air, so to make sure that you guys are gonna like it, that you're gonna like everything. It's gonna taste good. So the crust I didn't make enough to go around the sides of it, which I should have still made it anyways. The crust was just enough to go on the bottom. But it's a really easy cheesecake. Really, really easy cheesecake. I can do that if you guys would rather do that tomorrow. I'm gonna look at my comments, y'all. We're gonna give you all the recipes, Thea, for the oh, you wanna make a carrot cake? Mom, get that carrot cake going, Mom. You know what, Thea? I don't even like meatloaf. So when I make meatloaf, I used to make it and Drew, Destiny, and Joe would eat it. And then Joe eats it the next day, like on a slice of bread. Hi, Buncho. All of them sound good to you. Is there anything you want to learn, Bunch? I know the ladies want to learn tamales. Do you have something that you want to learn, Buncho? I mean, I want to learn. I want to do the carrot cake. It's so good. It's so good. It's the best carrot cake I've ever had in my entire life. Mom, you know which carrot cake. Oh, Mom, oh my God. What do you think my mom put?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
What'd she put? For what?
And what I said, what do you want to learn how to make? I already turned it lower. I'm going to turn it off and put it on there, okay?
Yep.
White chicken chili, Mom said.
Oh, no.
She's obsessed. I'm going to put it on the thing, okay?
All right.
You guys,
Give it a taste.
we're taking our little peek it out. Oops. Hold on.
You need help?
Yeah, you can air it down. This is it so far.
What?
Oh. I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on it.
Here, put it in here.
Uy, Dios mío. Okay.
There you go.
Homemade sausage. I mean sauce, not sausage. It looked like a sausage and I was thinking it in my brain.
Scrape it out around the sides. It'll be thicker. Usually you cook that barbecue sauce for at least 30 minutes.
I'm going to put it back on.
Yeah.
And it's going to go into the oven like that.
Okay. But that'll bake in there.
So
that'll be fine. Here. Hey,
how good does that look, y'all? It smells so good.
it does smell good.
It smells so good. The main thing you have to remember is don't under-season your meatloaf. You have a lot of meat. Put enough salt.
Don't let your meatloaf.
What? I don't get it.
Never mind.
Enough salt, enough pepper. I figured out the only way I'll get it once Mom only makes Cuban food, which is ever no Bunchy. We made empanadas the other day, but your mother-in-law probably makes different empanadas. Oh, is their breakfast different than our Mexican breakfast? I mean, just do the beans in the slow cooker before you go to bed on Friday night or whatever during the week. When you wake up, you'll have a whole pot of Mexican beans for you, Buncho. She said she bought all the stuff to make the Mexican breakfast. Mom, we're never going to make white chicken chili. Ever. I don't want that in my house. Ever. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even... Sierra probably eats white chicken chili, but I just don't know what it is. I mean, I do know what it is. I just don't think... I don't think I'd like it.
It's just like chicken soup, creamy chicken soup with beans in it, I think.
Mom, how are you for my family? Thank you for not feeding us that. Thank you for that.
It is. I've had it before, but it's pretty good.
When we started dating, Joe said, "Oh, do you like sour cream?" I'm like, "I've never had it." Yes, I started dating my husband at 40. No, I was 30.
Yeah, you were.
He
30,
was 40.
I was 40.
And he's like, "Yeah, you got to try it." I'm like, "No, I don't like sour cream." This is the kind of life I had in our home. My mom said it was gross, so we didn't eat it. Now, guess what my favorite item? Sour cream. Sour cream on a baked potato, sour cream on a nacho, on a wet burrito. Sour cream. Okay, guys, any questions? Any questions? We don't have to wait for it to be done. I'm going to post a picture of it, though, you guys.
Because, yeah, it'll be
you guys
30 minutes at least, won't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit. Invite Graham over. Mom, wouldn't that be fun to come over and we'll do a live? Oh, my God, that would be so much fun.
Get Marissa and Chase over here.
Oh, my God, the whole fam. I wish we could. I mean, I just don't want nobody bothering my mom. People are just not nice on the internet sometimes. Yvonne, I'm with you. I don't think I would like it either.
Onions, babe?
Huh?
What pan did we use to cook them onions?
I had a friend one time. She bought me a pan. I love my pans. I love my pans. Why I oughta. Just kidding. It is what it is. The Lord taketh, the Lord giveth. And I'm proud of trusting the Lord in my dark days. So anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them in this section. Thea, don't worry, we ain't ever making it. She's like, Yvonne, I'm with you. I don't think I'd like it either. Don't worry, we ain't making it. I don't want to say it's bad. I want to just say, I like to make sure that we're going to be able to eat the food that we're making. And I was concerned that we might not eat that food. Mom, she wrote it again. My mom's a horrible human. Mama, how much is regular Joe's chicken chili? It can be brown. What's wrong with brown chicken chili? You got a thing against browns? Right, Joe?
That's right.
Okay, we won't make the white chicken chili, but calabacitas, yeah. Menudo, yeah, Mom. Ooh, don't make it in my house. That is the smelliest thing I've ever. Okay, I'm Mexican, so I've smelled a lot of bad smells of things that we eat. Okay, like chitlins, or what do they put them? They call it tripas. Tripas are basically chitlins.
Yes.
Okay, that's basically the same item
Intestines.
Yeah, that. Well, let me tell you, I am not a huge fan of menudo. I mean, I'm like a menudo. You want me to sit over there with you?
Yeah, come on over.
Okay, I'm coming. Hold on, y'all. Oh, maybe I can put you here and it'll be just like us.
There you go.
Hi. Okay, so, we are, ay Dios. Yeah, so menudo smells like Jeffrey Dahmer was our neighbor. It doesn't smell good, and it's very. It's.
There you go.
Yeah, it's no, Thea. I just told you we ain't gonna make no menudo. I mean, I'll eat it when it's cooked, but I'm telling you, Thea, smelling it cooked, smelling it boil is so humbling. I mean, it's bad. It smells wrong, dirty, and foul. Like, it's like it smells like intestines. It smells like intestines, and it tastes good finished.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No.
I mean, I'm not a pig foot kind of person, but having the menudo cooking, like say,
Just thinking about it, I can't do it.
like say somebody said, hey, we're gonna have menudo. Don't show up until it's done, because if you show up at like 8 or 9 in the morning and you hang out for the day, probably not gonna want to eat the menudo. I'm just saying, it just smells like you're like Jeffrey Dahmer's your neighbor. That's the only way to say it.
No, Jeffrey Dahmer has definitely infiltrated the house.
Ooh, fish
And
tacos.
he's cooking
We
up
made them
dinner.
before, Buncho, but we'll make them again. I love fish tacos. It is good, Mom, but is it good enough to make your house smell like somebody got murdered? I know. See, Thea? Even
Murdered,
she said.
filleted, and laid out.
She said even it does smell gross.
It's bad. Very bad.
It is bad. Yeah, but we're gonna would you guys like 3 days of sweets and 3 days of regular meals? I mean, we can do baking instead. I can make amazing blueberry muffins. Or
We'll have to have one made then. Then you put it in the oven. Then we
oh
pop it out.
yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea, because
The
I
magic
can
of
always fry it. Or fry it. I can always freeze
Well, just
it.
boil it. What the hell? Just boil it.
I mean, we can do. Oh, we're supposed to make sopapillas. Sopapillas are what they sell at Taco Bell, or no,
At Mexican restaurants.
they sell them at Mexican restaurants over here. They're basically like thin versions of donuts. Do you want me to tell you a really quick? We're gonna make a really quick version of them. The yeast glazed donuts. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do 3 days of and 3 days off. Okay, guys, we're gonna do like 2. We'll start with 2.
Try.
Yeah, we'll do 2 days because it's easier to cook. I can't eat all this food by myself. Juan's mom makes Mexican bread,
What's Mexican bread?
like pan, bun. Ooh, shrimp scampi.
Like buns.
That's my mom's favorite, Thea. Shrimp scampi.
Yeah.
I made shrimp scampi the other day.
I'm not a fan of bun. I'm just not a fan.
Shut up. She dropped some off, making me break it. How do you refuse fresh Mexican bread, Buncho?
No.
Tell them to bring,
That's
send
how.
Bunch, get them and put them in the overnight or the 2 days and send them down to Texas. Me and my mom will eat them. I can't see. My glasses. I'm like my glasses. Shrimp scampi, dropping them off here. Oh my God, stop it, Bunchy. Okay, we'll do some donuts, y'all. Fish tacos, donuts. That's what I want.
We did the fish tacos, but we used catfish, which was kind of different. We'll use more like a cod or something.
Fried fish? Do you think, Sierra? Or are you thinking more of like an unbattered fish?
Like a blackened fish, something like that. Where you grill it rather than
the fish
we're gonna
taco
get into
one?
the grilling stuff because the weather's getting better out here. So, and it's not. Hopefully, it's not windy and blowing everything everywhere. But we'll get some grilling going on.
Mom, I'm gonna send you the fish tacos so Thea can make them. What day was it, babe?
This is way back.
This is our Super Bowl. Wow, we've done a lot since then. Picadillo, copycat, chicken pot pie, breakfast empanadas, beer battered.
There you go.
Share.
Beer battered actually goes better with like a cod, like a different.
Right.
I mean, catfish is a white fish, but it's a little bit different. It's a little oilier. So plus we didn't get the fillets. We got the nuggets.
Yeah.
Which we didn't really.
Everything
care for.
makes a difference, you guys. Be cautious when you're if you're gonna make fish tacos. What did you say is the best
cod.
one?
Cod's usually pretty safe bet.
Mom, send that to Tiny. I just sent you a link. Send that over to Tiny for the fish tacos. Anyways, I'm gonna take a picture of the meatloaf when it comes out, but at least you got to see how to make homemade barbecue sauce, how to make the meatloaf.
You can probably take a look at it right now. It probably looks pretty good.
Fried bluegill. Ooh, those are good, but it's very good.
Bluegill.
Marinades for the ribs and barbecue sauce, babe. Marinades, different marinades,
Sure.
and rubs, Buncho.
Sure. I make a good rub for ribs, and go a little more basic for like pork butt, and for
We're gonna
brisket.
do that, you guys.
We're gonna make some pork butt. We haven't done that.
We're gonna do some stuff outside on the grill, but also.
Yeah, I got a smoker out here. We can smoke some stuff.
Should we tell them what we're thinking about doing?
What's that?
We're gonna put a poll. We're kind of. We would like our Friday to have a new theme. Tuesdays are copycat Tuesdays. So Fridays we want to do something, and we have a really. Mom said, "No, thank you. No fish tacos for me." Mom, I sent it for you to send to Thea.
Well, we'll make a homemade coleslaw with pulled pork butt, and we'll make our own barbecue sauce.
Sopa, yeah, Thea. So on Fridays, what do you guys think about this?
Make a big, huge sandwich out of it, and it's so freaking good.
Because it's like a bun, and then we put the pulled pork with homemade barbecue sauce with Joe's smoked pork butt. Then we have the homemade sauce, and then Yvonne makes homemade coleslaw.
Oh my God, the coleslaw!
And then before you know it,
and just pile it on top of that, and it's like just a big mess.
Yes,
it's a big mess, and it's so good.
Oh, see, Mom, everybody wants a fish taco. Ooh, we use tilapia
fish tacos are good.
She uses tilapia.
No
But do you
tilapia.
like the way it tastes, Craze, Mom?
They're like eating.
Craze of 5. Does the tilapia taste good in it? Do you batter it, or do you use it like a oven cooked?
I'm not a tilapia fan either.
Well, I like tilapia. My daughter loves tilapia, and Craze of 5 likes tilapia.
Good then.
We want to start doing. Okay, listen to this, guys. If your thoughts are, how do you feel about it? What do we call it?
The Friday fridge flush.
Friday. Oh, that's good. Friday fridge flush. So we have an advisor on our channel. We have an advisor who advises us on different themes. I make menu, the very limited also. Oh, doesn't it smell, girl? Oh, no! That's what I said. It smells like Jeffrey Dahmer's your neighbor. Okay, so we want to do, our advisor let us know that it's a good time to get merchandise. So we listened to him and we started our merchandise and it's going well. And our advisor gave us a couple of ideas and it's called a food shut up.
Friday
food
fridge.
Friday fridge food frizzy. No. What is it called, Dad?
Flush. We'll call it a flush. We're going to flush out the food that's left in the refrigerator.
Yes, to make sure we're using everything.
We got to, make what we can when you're at the end of the week, before you get groceries, you know, you pick up whatever's in the fridge and in your cupboards and make what you can. So we're going to kind of do that with the leftovers that we have and, make some things with some leftovers. We're thinking about it.
A good steak.
I'm not a great steak maker.
My brother does a really good steak.
Our son and my brother-in-law, great steak makers.
Our son, yeah.
That's one thing I can smoke it. I can make fajita on the grill.
Oh, Sash.
We'll do fajita too. We have a different way of making fajita that you will absolutely love.
Craze of 5 said that she soaks her hands deeply after she cooks because you have to cut the menudo.
Oh, God.
Well, I tried saying that you can't be in the house when it's cooking. Like, say you start at 8 or 9 in the morning because you want it tender. You won't want to eat.
See, I'm a texture guy. And I can't eat the meat or whatever. It's not meat, but whatever's in there. It's just, I can't do it.
Yes, it's almost like that, Bunchy. It's almost like the chopped kitchen. But it's like, okay, we have leftover mashed potatoes or we have leftover, not even like finished meat. But sometimes we buy stuff and we have our menu set and then we still have stuff left. And he goes, why don't you get the 7 items and you make this like an idea? Like even if we put something on our community page and people are like, hey, use this and this, or just give us ideas on what you think. And then we go live the next, like on Friday, we'll go live and say, this is what we made. Oh, I'm so nervous. I mean, those judges are used to it. And I mean, it'd be fun. And it's a cool idea. And we pay our advisor to tell us what to do. So we're going to listen to the advisor.
It's our son.
I mean, if you have an advisor, you have an advisor.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, when your channel's so big that you have an advisor
That's right.
to let you know in which direction to take it in, I mean, you have to just go with it.
That's right.
Our life is turning at all times. You never know. We might be flying out to Europe to visit our daughter, or we might be just cooking right here at the kitchen.
It's a possibility.
I mean, my daughter has worked very hard for her schooling.
We got one more semester to go first.
You can't eat the menu either. My husband won't eat it.
No.
So you go through all that craze of 5 for your husband, and you don't eat it at all? Joe, would you do that for me?
No. No.
Oh my God, that was so quick.
Not menudo. Give me anything else.
It's menudo.
I'll make lingua and I'll slice it.
I
will not eat sliced lingua. I will eat shredded lingua, but if it's sliced, it's like I don't want to eat food that's like tasting me back. That's what it seems like. It's like I'm tasting something that's tasting
Lingua's
me.
so
and it's just
yummy.
The texture just freaks me out.
So he won't. Yeah, I love lengua. I'll eat barbacoa, carnitas, lengua. I won't do tripas. Joe will do almost anything.
Anything else, just about anything.
He won't do
else.
menudo, or he doesn't really care for capirotada. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. We can make that with you guys. Champura.
What does he do in the morning with the
Risotole?
No,
Oh.
I'm starting to come around to, because that's halfway decent. It's the eggs and
Migas.
Migas.
I love migas too.
Oh no! I like corn chips.
We're open
I like
it.
tortilla chips, and I like eggs, but I don't like tortilla chips and eggs together. It's just not a thing. No, they're texture.
Aw, thank you, Grace. We came out one time. we are on a visit to Texas, and we go, we're leaving like at 9 or 10, and they go, you can't leave yet. The rodeo's this tomorrow or later on today. And we're like, well, what does that mean? Well, apparently they told us, and we went down there and we fell in love. So then, I mean, we traveled for like 3 or 4 years after our daughter and our son moved out. We kind of empty nested and we just traveled and traveled. But we made it a point to be here the first week of March because that's when their rodeo is. And we've been in the rodeo, like not been in the rodeo, but we've gone to the rodeo. We've gone to watch the different events. I got my hat that I got. We like
have
it.
a fair there, you know,
like carnival rides and
yeah,
stuff.
carnival rides.
And then the food part. So I mean, it's great. I mean, we kind of are like we're driving through. I don't know.
It's great for foodies, man. If you're a foodie at all,
but the Texas Fair is really good too.
You got to go to Austin Barbecue.
The one
Austin.
in Dallas.
The
Texas State Fair when we went.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Texas State Fair. Holy moly!
Great food.
Talk about huge.
Yes, it's huge. People there.
You know, about 7 o'clock at night, you want to be done with it because 7 o'clock at night, everybody, the highways are jam packed.
Yeah.
And the State Fair is
Texas State Fair is.
You can lose somebody just walking across from one stand to another, and you will lose who you're with, and you don't want any kids, you know, getting into the evening. But I mean, there's so many people there, so many. But it's fun. They got crazy food there.
We had
like weird, crazy food.
We had our house and all that life, and the kids were in sports, and we did all the conferences and sports and all that. Then when they moved out, we were like, I mean, our nieces came over, our kids came over. We had a bunch of people. It was just a great house. We didn't have just like, I'm not that there's anything wrong with, our kids were just very active in school with their peers. So we're always sleepovers and kids, and like we had a cul-de-sac and bonfires. That's what we did in the Midwest. Okay, we moved, we sold the house, and we just traveled for like 3 or 4 years. When we traveled, we were driving through towns, and we saw people that we stopped at a baseball game. Like we're passing by and we saw all the lights on, and we're like, hey, let's pull in. And we just parked in that town. We don't even know what town or city.
I remember.
We just went to a baseball game. It was
a couple AAA games that we've seen, and then just a local, like a regular, not high school, but
like a
after
church.
high school.
Yeah, it was just a regular.
Tournaments. They were doing tournaments, so we just hung out and you know had some hot dogs and that's whatever, man.
We have a convertible. We have a vehicle. We have another vehicle. We had a convertible, and that's what we would like put the top down and cruise around. It like from Texas to Phoenix to California. We went up to Niagara Falls. We were like, hey, let's have some wings. And he goes, well, let's go to Buffalo and have them. And like, that's where they make the Buffalo Wild Wings. Then we had New York style pizza. And and then we went down to Alabama and or Georgia, and we had peach everything. And then we went to Florida and had crabs. We just have traveled a lot. And I said all that to say, now that we make our food, we try to get it similar to people. I mean, they're really good cooks all over the country. And we try to mimic it. We try to go, you know what, we had those really good fish tacos, or those, that fish that
peach
you had?
tea that we had over in, that was Georgia or something.
But what was that, Grouper or something? Grouper? And when we were
Grouper, yeah, I didn't.
And
care.
It wasn't that great. So
expensive, but it wasn't that great.
Yeah,
I'd rather have just a cod, the deep fried cod. It was not worth the price that they were asking for Grouper.
I mean, but we left Texas. We flew out of Austin. We went into
barbecue
to Detroit. We went to a Garth Brooks concert on like that Friday night. Then on Saturday we took another flight out. We went down to Florida. And we went to Busch Gardens. It was like right around Halloween. So we took Busch Gardens. What's that thing? Like a Hollow Eves or something like that.
Something like that.
And then like we stayed there for like 3 or 4 days and just enjoyed all the beaches there in Florida. And then we flew out and went back to Michigan because we had a doctor's appointment and we didn't want to spend the whole week in Michigan because it's cold. So then it enabled us to, I feel like, make our palate more refined. So we can now look at it and go, that was research. Because now we know when, like, we want to make crab cakes.
Well, we found out that there's a lot of bad barbecue out there in different states. I'm telling you, it's not all what it's cracked up to be, man. You know,
Oh.
you hear about the Kansas City and North Carolina, South Carolina barbecue.
Yeah.
Some of it just
We used to
whatever
live
they
by-
do to it, it's way different than what we do here in Texas or even in Michigan, for God's sakes. But
Crazy
we
Five,
got great barbecue.
We used to be down by San Antonio, and then we moved from down there. They have a river walk, and we've been there like as little kids. And then they had like the sports teams that they had a parade down there. I mean, Texas has so much to offer. You could literally just drive around Texas and see all the different stuff.
Austin has a lot going on.
It does. Anyways, what's else? Oh, that's where her family's from, around that area.
Okay.
Have we been to Wisconsin?
I've never been to the Wisconsin Dells, but we went over there looking at our truck.
Oh yeah, we did go look at a truck. We
Yeah.
were looking to buy. We were just looking for our truck, and we
Yeah.
kind of saw different things that we wanted. It was
We
winter
never spent
time.
a lot of time there.
Salmon patties. Are those the same thing as basically crab cakes, except for that you use salmon, Thea? I would like to learn how to make the crab cakes. We went to a place in Myrtle Beach that had phenomenal crab cakes, but I feel like Myrtle Beach is nice, but at night it gets really
It almost gets like the French Quarters in
yeah, that's a
French
good way to
Quarter
put it.
in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It gets dicey at night. You
I mean,
know, you don't want kids around at night, and you know, I mean, there's just so
It's
many
different.
people that come out.
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
We went on a cruise with our kids, and it was like a 7-day cruise or whatever. Or no, that one was like a 3 or 4 day cruise. And our daughter's like, Mom, we saw this like 60-year-old lady fall right off her bar stool, and we were like,
That was like a 2 or 3 day.
yeah, we were
cruise,
like, oh my God, what's going on?
Those are not.
They were like
unless you're
16 or
just
15.
into party time.
Yeah.
You know?
Salmon patties to make a salmon burger.
Oh wow.
Oh, would you guys like to learn how to? I mean, I'll look at a recipe on how to do
We'll
salmon.
see how to do it.
Salmon
Come
cakes
up
or
with our own.
crab cakes? Is that what are they called?
Salmon
Patties.
Salmon patties.
And then crab cakes. So they're two different things, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, let me check it, and then we're gonna head out.
All right. Hey everybody.
Joe's is excited for it.
Holy moly, is it done?
It might be done.
Oh my god.
No.
Good
that
for
is a
Joe.
little-
It's always good for Joe.
we can just take a little part
Ugh,
of outside.
cooking's
'Cause that
awesome.
part's done, babe.
What's that?
The part on the outside's done.
Olivia says hello.
Hi, Liv. Baby Liv.
Crazed dog.
All right, I'm gonna set a plate up so we can eat it with
From the
them.
Dells, so not too far from the Dells. Crazy Doff 5.
Crazed of 5.
Crazed. Oh, crazed of 5. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm just under 2 hours from the Dells, so not too far. Door County in Sturgeon Bay, you guys would enjoy also, I think, and take boat over the Washington Island. Pretty neat. Sounds cool. Used to have a boat and loved it. We'd go out on the big lake sometimes, but on Lake Michigan, because I mean we're from up there on the west coast of Michigan, but we'd go in the little lakes, you know, all the time.
All right, where's our?
But that does sound fun.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to the Wisconsin Dells.
Ooh, that's hot. La
Careful,
chinada. All right, there's a little picture of it, guys.
Here.
That's me cutting into it. No, I'm gonna put it back in the oven
All
right
right.
now. But we're gonna try it right here.
You gonna try it?
We
Do a little
are
tink
Tinky
action.
Tinky baby.
Right there it is. We found.
Hold on. Look at it, guys.
There
Ooh,
we go.
right there.
There it is. Money shot.
Money.
All right.
guys. Sorry to have kept you as late as we've kept
Let's
you.
do it. It's
But we're gonna
zoom
do-
out and let's show our faces.
Sorry. Those are gross fingers. Jeez, I just about gagged looking at them. My fingers look
Hold on.
awful.
Oh, good. There we
Okay.
go. We're good. I'll lift it up. Boom. Look at that. Here we go.
It does look good, right, Thea? You want ketchup on yours? I can put
Yeah.
ketchup for you.
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, just with what we got.
Okay. A little mashed potatoes.
Mashed taters.
Homemade. I like to put a bite of each.
All right.
Oh, I need my soda. I know, I have to have a bite of every.
Oh,
What are you doing?
There we go. We'll start over.
He ruined it, you guys. See? Perfect Joe isn't perfect. Tink.
Tink. Mmm. That's good for the first time ever. That is good.
That tastes good together.
The barbecue sauce, perfect. That is good on there.
It holds together. That's the important thing about meatloaf, guys. You need it to hold together.
That's good, man. I would put that barbecue sauce on top of this instead of ketchup for sure.
Really?
For just to pour over it. A little bit.
That's really good meatloaf, you guys. The flavor's really good. I promise I'm not exaggerating. I don't even like meatloaf.
Meatloaf sandwiches with that barbecue sauce, great. I would love it. Oh, there's none for Joe. Look pretty good.
I'm not a huge fan of meatloaf, but my meatloaf's really good.
It's really good.
Crazy Five. I have a ferry that takes... Oh my God, there's a ferry that they ride. Out of the kitchen, guys.
And we take the ferry on the other side to Mackinac Island. We go to Mackinac Island on the other side of Michigan. Up north.
Yeah.
And to the east. Up by the bridge.
I mean, you guys still are in cold weather. Crazy Five. Today was like 77 or 79.
That was really nice.
I feel for my family up in Michigan. Brandy, Sierra, all of my love out in Michigan. Babe!
What?
That's a good sign of a man who's happy.
I'm getting more over there.
Oh, you're getting more?
Yeah. I will get more.
Thanks, guys, for being here. I'm glad you guys got to see it done. Sorry.
Yeah.
He ate it all. Yeah. Even they're sad. See that sad look? Sissy sad too?
Is she sad?
Sissy? Oh, the red. Sissy sad? Look up there, Sissy. Look. Say hello. I love you too. Look up there. All right. Guys, thanks for being here. Sorry it took so long.
Guys, that's good, man.
It's good.
You guys got to make that. And then the barbecue sauce. That barbecue sauce will go with anything, and it's so simple. You don't even have to go crazy with nothing. You don't have to know a recipe for it. You throw 3 things together and then add other stuff to it.
Yep.
And you'll be good.
All right, guys. We're out. Thank you, guys. We love you guys so much.
See ya.
Oh, there's a zoo there.
Oh, yeah. We gotta go. We'll go up
the
there.
Detroit Zoo is supposed to be really good, Crazy 5. My dad used to take us all the time before he passed away.
We'll go on a fall tour or something, you know.
Yeah.
The color tour, and then we'll make our way around.
That's what we used to do. We used to go up to the up north Michigan. We have the color tour, and we'd go out there and.
They don't know about color tours down here.
Oh, you're going to Mackinac Island? Oh, you loved going to Mackinac Island. We used to go to Mackinac Island too.
Yeah.
We'd ride the ferry to the island.
Yeah, get some fudge.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for being here.